never enough time. That's about as far as I got. I need coffee, I think. Yeah, I need coffee. That's better. And a better setup as well. So yeah, started this with there's never enough time, and that is very much how I'm feeling at the moment because it is coming to the end of February 2025, which is mental. It's gone so quick. But yeah, I've been having this dilemma with time, which brings up another thing I'm having a dilemma with, which is AI, which is the hot topic of every single day by the looks of it, especially because we've got models coming out left, right, and centre. But I'm having a dilemma in that, on one hand, I'm a developer and I love writing code and I love making things. And on the other hand, I'm a entrepreneur. I do that in quotations because, yeah. But I also like building things with that, obviously. And AI comes in and helps both of these things, but I'm at a bit of a loss with it because on the entrepreneur side, this is great. I can build things really quickly. I can get things out. I can change it afterwards. I can get people onboarded into applications quickly. I can make MVPs. I've been playing about with Claude Code and the extended mode as well. And it's great. It's so good. It's basically like pair programming and going back and forth with it. Claude Code does cost quite a bit at the moment, but then the web API doesn't when you use it on the web. So I've just been kind of interchangeably using those, but Claude Code obviously has access to your code base, which is a lot quicker. But then this comes to the other side of things from my developer point of view. I actually love writing code and I love learning. So letting AI do the bulk of it is kind of a strange thing. I feel strange about it, and this is totally a complex that I've got and a strange thing, but I really like writing code. And it feels wrong letting AI just do all of it. It's like I could have figured that out. Granted, it would have taken me longer and probably reading documentation, but at least I know my implementation would be right and I can test it. With AI, I'm kind of just like, okay, I trust you, just go do your thing, which is strange to me. And I think I need to let it go. I need to just use it and enjoy it. I check all my code anyway, and obviously do tests. Make sure everything runs. I don't just blindly go, okay, there you go, push to production, let's go. But I've got a weird complex, and I wonder if anyone else does too, because it kind of feels like cheating. And it's not, because, you know, what you put in is what you get out. If you don't know how to approach something and you just get it to write you an app, you don't know what you're gonna get. And then you won't understand it if it's wrong. So there's definitely pros and cons to it. So far, I'm enjoying it. I mean, I built a piece for my Solo Studio app, my freelance dashboard, where it generates a invoice based off a form. All of your business details get put in, all the client's details, and it generates a downloadable PDF. But as a test, I let Claude Code write this invoicing generator. And initially it went wrong. It used an NPM package that wasn't working properly. It had some open issues on GitHub and there was some known errors that was causing it. Rather than trying to figure out these errors, I just thought, you know what, did some research, found a new React to PDF package. I just thought I'd use that rather than write from scratch. Prompted it, let it know to use that, and it did it, and it worked straight off the bat. Had to do a couple of tweaks here and there and a bit of troubleshooting, as is, well, it's just part of the job. But I have to say, it probably cut my development time in half, if not more, to be honest. I got loads more done because I was able to kind of pair program with it. They're changing the minds, going every different way. So yeah, it is really good. I think I just need to, there's something in my mind that makes, it feels wrong. I feel like cheating doing it, which I know is really strange, but I can't be the only one. But then from the business point of view, I have, for whatever reason, decided to do a React Native app and this freelance dashboard, which is all web-based. And doing the two at the same time has really, it's been difficult with the context switching and also just finding time with my day-to-day job and just doing other things like going to the gym and, you know, just living life. But AI has really allowed me to build features a lot quicker and do the two hand in hand. So I think, I don't know what the point of this video is, but I think I'm just gonna have to roll with it. I'm gonna go in on the AI. I know in myself that I'm gonna keep learning. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not just blindly trusting it. I'm too anxious for that, to be honest, anyway, so I wouldn't let it just do its own thing. But I really want to use it to like boost my understanding and learning as well, rather than just let it blindly do the work. Because again, I love programming, I love developing. It took me 3 or 4 different goes to actually decide to learn to program properly. It took me 3 times and I gave up because I just didn't think I understood it. But every time I gave up, I was definitely so close to being over the hill on the other side. So now, over the past few years that I finally just jumped into it, got jobs developing, and then went freelance, I'm just like, I don't know where I was going with that. I blanked. I'm sweaty, it's bloody roasting. Yeah, I think now AI is just a tool that we can use to get stuff done. We, you know, put a lot of work in. I'm still learning every single day. There's things like, there's certain algorithms and data structures and different things that I don't understand. I openly will admit I do not understand, but I'm learning every day to make sure that like my knowledge can keep up with the AI, that I'm not just going, oh, copy and paste, it works. It's like, I have a fundamental understanding of the application architecture and everything else. So I would say to people that are using AI now, that's great, but just make sure you're learning as you go and you understand what it's actually doing, because it will make you a much better developer and it will help you build things quicker. But if you don't understand what it's doing, if you don't understand how to deploy applications and connect databases and front ends, although your app might work or things might work, you just don't know what you don't know what you're putting out there, and things can go catastrophically wrong. So my only point to this is just make sure you're learning as well. I learned things yesterday just from pair programming where I went, oh, I didn't think about doing it that way. And then I looked up other ways of doing it. And now I understand it and I learned something quicker. So 100% get on the train, because if you don't, you're going to be left behind. And that's kind of where I'm at. I need to get over this strange like guilt of using it. But yeah, that's today's rant. Don't know where else I was going with it, but I thought I'd just jump on to say this. I'm going to drink my coffee and I'll go through what I built actually. Okay, so what I did yesterday was, firstly, asked Claude to create this invoice generator that I pretty much had built out, but the actual generating of the invoice I didn't have sorted. So what I asked it to do is go through the form. I already did this section, but it adds on, you know, additional charges and tax, adds it all up. At some point down the line, we will be able to include the track time that we've done and set a price for it as well. Add additional notes. Thanks for your money. That's a good one. Again, we've got some funny scrolling business here because it's kind of added containers in containers, but that's by the by. Oh, we failed to save the invoice. Why is that? Oh, that's strange. Let me try this. Download the invoice. There you go. So, yeah, it's generated the invoice. I don't know what the error was, but it's added this, added a logo to it, given it a number, where we're billing it to, the invoice date, description, all of the financial elements. We can add notes into it, and then it's just added a nice little thank you for your business down there, which is pretty cool because I just basically like pair program with it, asked it to update things, use different packages, and it had a few breakages along the way. But this is the whole thing of like, if you know what you're doing, you can just go in and fix it, and it's super quick. Gets a lot of the boilerplate stuff out of the way as well. I also added, I can't remember what view it's in, invoices. So yeah, I just created another page. I asked it to do this. I also asked it to go in and set some settings. This looks like it's regressed slightly, or I have done something silly. What was it? I just need to contain a view. So, see, it's little things like that you need to know. We've got the account information, so you can change your password on this, but we've also added in this business profile, so we can add all of our business names, information, not our actual address, because that's silly. Upload a logo and change it if you want. And then what that will do is it will pull in all of that information. It looks like the logo didn't update there. Interesting one. But that will pull in all of the information for the invoice. So when we come to create a new invoice, it's got all of that information, as well as that logo from the business profile. So it's really cool. I mean, I did this probably in a couple hours, connected it with Supabase, but it did actually pick up that I was using Supabase from looking through my code base and put in all of the database calls and saves and updates and things. So really cool. Again, it didn't quite work because there was some things in Supabase that I needed to connect. It didn't have my database tables, so it didn't know what the tables were called, and all of the rows, all of the columns. So there's some things in there that you have to prompt and change, but all in all, pretty quick. And I'm gonna start using this and just really rolling with it and see how quick I can get this out. So just some updates there. Yeah, thanks for watching as always, and I will catch you next time. And I will be back to weekly/bi-weekly uploads because I think I've had 3 weeks off because I've been slacking. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to. I'd like to get to 1,000 by the end of this year, which hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do. And like and comment. If you didn't like it, dislike it. That'd be also great to know. But yeah, thank you. Have a good one.